Joan of Arc. On a quiet night in the quiet, velvety stillness of Domremy, the air felt alive, illuminated only by the distant murmurs of the Meuse River and the soft rustling of leaves. It was late spring 1428, and stars flickered above, uncertain of the human unfolding drama below. Joan stood on the cusp of adulthood, her heart churning with a mix of impulse and conviction. Beyond the wooden door of her family home, where the scent of hay lingered, she sensed a weighty anticipation. No longer preoccupied with childhood whims, she felt an urgent calling resonating in her soul, a summons intertwined with the fate of a nation. Crickets serenaded her as she stepped outside, the dew-kissed grass cool beneath her feet. With each stride toward the woods, exhilaration mingled with fear. Her parents, humble farmers, urged her to follow tradition, to stay close amidst a tumultuous world, yet she was beginning to grasp the gravity of her roots. France was engulfed in war, its turmoil straining the lives of its people. The 100 Years' War was not a distant conflict for Joan, but a looming presence that shaped her resolve. Within its darkness, a harbinger of rebirth glimmered, a call to valor. In the night's serenity, she reflected on her visions, weary dreams filled with radiant figures urging her to rise and lead. St. Michael, St. Catherine, and St. Margaret graced her with messages both daunting and inspiring. Each visit pressed heavy upon her shoulders. How could a peasant girl wield such power? Yet the saints ignited a purpose beyond her, to restore Charles VII to the throne, rekindling hope in a fractured land. To hear the echoes of war was to feel a nation's pulse, pulsing with tenacity. Remembering those visions, warmth enveloped her like dawn's embrace. Venturing deeper into the woods, she sought solitude among nature. The damp earth mingled with blooming wildflowers, each sound magnified in the night's embrace. Here, under the moon's watchful gaze, uncertainties plagued her, but so did courage. Joan contemplated whether anyone would believe her or if the villagers mocked her visions. Sitting upon an ancient stone, she closed her eyes and summoned the faces of those who had entrusted their hopes to her. Those memories ignited an unquenchable fire within, urging her to action. She knew her journey would envelop her entirely. "Be bold," she whispered, a promise etched upon her soul for the rising sun. She resolved to seek counsel with Charles, to advocate for the beleaguered, pleading like a warrior for the French crown. With her resolve strengthened, Joan moved through the shadows, aware that her choices would define a kingdom. The quiet night sang a lullaby, but history's drumbeat grew closer. Soon the woods would yield to the court's intrigues, the clash of arms, and her destiny awaited. As weeks passed, she absorbed the wisdom of seasoned warriors, her confidence growing. She traded peasant garb for armor adorned with divine insignia. Approaching Chinon, where Charles waited burdened by doubt, her heart raced, not for herself but with the hope that he might see her as a beacon for the nation. Yet the court's skeptical eyes scrutinized her presence. "I am sent by God," Joan declared, her unwavering voice igniting the fires of doubt within the nobles. But Charles sensed something profound within her. Joan's fierce spirit rippled beyond castle walls, whispers of a girl clad in faith spreading hope across France. Battles raged, yet she revived courage in soldiers, rekindling their chivalric impulses. In tumultuous times, she became both shield and sword, embodying a nation yearning to reclaim its heart. Amidst the clamor, the quiet nights beckoned her to ponder honor's price amidst turmoil. Was glory worth the toll of lives? The crossroads of her destiny surged as the siege of Orleans united her soldiers, forging triumph from adversity, yet the quietude haunted her. Victory was bittersweet. Lying on the ground, she heard the world, the soft sighs of the night whispering her choices. She understood destiny is a complicated promise shaped by humanity's scars, both luminous and dark. Her capture in 1430 transformed her from a purposeful girl into a pawn, even as the flickering lights of Rouen illuminated her confinement. Yet memories of that quiet night fueled her resolve. Her flame endured despite betrayal. Wearing chains, she faced her captors with the strength that had once surged through her veins. As she renounced her revelations, the world saw the agony of a spirit tethered to its beliefs. A girl who led armies was now left to decimate in the ruins of her choices, grappling with profound isolation, but despite attempts to extinguish her light, sparks of defiance radiated within. On the eve of her execution, stars sparkled defiantly against darkness, much like herself. Joan became more than one narrative. She represented hope through history. Her spirit, forever linked with France, exemplified the fight for not just a king, but for ideals, for destiny in a ruthless world. Her whispers echoed through time, a reminder of sacrifice and courage in despair. Joan of Arc's tale became immortalized. What does a nation owe a singular soul? As night deepened, existence wrapped in silence, Joan etched her legacy into the fabric of the world. May you, in the quiet of night, hear the echoes of a girl who defied her era, seeking justice beyond shadows, aspiring to illuminate the human spirit's fervent yearning.